Hey there, thanks for clicking on this week's segment of And Now You Know with Realtor Row. So today I would like to talk about something that is certainly not exclusive to real estate, and that is communication and the importance of having good communication with your agent from the start. When I sit down with my clients in a buyer's consult or at a pre-listing or listing appointment, I do try to establish from the start, what is the best way to communicate with you? Is it by phone? Is it through text messaging? Is it via email? And so we establish that because it is very difficult when you are in the middle of negotiating something to ask a question through email and then have it answered through Facebook Messenger. So I do try to make sure that we are all using the same avenue at the same time. And on another note, when we are actually in the midst of negotiating a contract, I really would much rather that we are speaking to each other. Things do get lost in translation when you are text messaging, and I'm sure every single one of you has experienced that. And so it's kind of dangerous to be negotiating on a home and doing that through text messaging. So if your agent is happy to text with you any other time but says, let's talk about this, that's why. And when you are in the middle of negotiating, you always have to keep in mind that until everyone has signed, you do not have a contract. So you could be off celebrating thinking that you're all good to go and not responding to your agent, only to find out that there were details, some contingencies that still needed to be hammered out, and that another offer came in. So just remember that it is most important to communicate and to communicate clearly, and also to communicate quickly. Another time that you need to communicate with your agent is when we go out on showings. Part of the agreement that we make with another agent is that when we show one of their listings, that we will provide feedback. So your agent may ask you, what about this house is it that doesn't make it the one? And so if it isn't something obvious, that's why we're asking, so that we can share that feedback with the listing agent, and then she can share it with the sellers. And then on the subject of showings, when you send your agent a list of homes that you would like to see, and they are going to set up those showings, sometimes they need to get back to you to say, okay, it turns out that they can't show the house at this time, but they can show it at this time. And so it's important that once you have started down that path, that you make sure that you have an open line of communication with your agent so that you can get all your showings set up and make sure you don't miss out on a home that you really did want to see. So when we are in the midst of closing, we sometimes need to get decisions. Let's say that you have some repair requests, and so the sellers, they want that decision because the contractor is right on site. And so it is good to establish that with your agent. If there is something that's going to be going on, that you can make sure that you are monitoring your phone, your computer, and that you're going to be available to answer any questions. So follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, and you will know when the next segment of And Now You Know with Realtor Row is posted. And once again, if you have any suggestions, anything that you would like to know about, that you would like me to discuss, just go ahead and shoot me a quick message. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.